Welcome back into the Sports Source, the segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. As we near the end of summer, time to start thinking about the dreaded fall invaders, ladybugs, stink bugs, box elder bugs. I get the ladybugs in my home, or at least I did, until I started using Southeast Termite and Pest Control to do their fall invader pest control for me. And I have not had that problem in years, thanks to Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Check them out, southeasttermite.com, good local company, which is what I love to have on my show. So many of the folks on my show are good locally owned companies. This one is too, since 1971, Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right, back with J.J. Surlis, Sterling Hinton, Shazon Bradley, Mike Stoll. We all have something in common. While you were playing at UT in 88, 89, I was on campus watching you play. And I can't believe it's been 30 years since that was the deal. Now, here's why I bring this up. 88, of course, you started 0-6 that season. You turn it around, you go 5-6 at the end of the year. You then roll into an 11-1 season in 1990, and that just sets up the decade of dominance that people talk about. My question to you is, that team got off to such a terrible start, losing record, then it turned around. Are there lessons that can be taken by Tennessee now from what you guys went through, or, and this is my fear, there are no lessons to take from it because that team was loaded with talent and you just had a bad start? Because you had guys like Carl Pickens red-shirting. Yeah. If you had Carl Pickens over there right now, he would not be red-shirting. But Sterling, I focused this at Sterling mainly to see if he can spin it. Are there lessons to take?
I'm going to tell you absolutely. And this is why. You know, when we played that year, we didn't know how good we were. We didn't know how good we were going to be. We didn't know those guys that were red-shirting and all those guys that went first round, they were first round. But we played for the pride of the Power team, the pride of each other. We expected each other to win. The biggest lesson we learned that year, we was never going to go home during bowl season again, period. And we thought, well, instead of losing, let's go into a game, how much we're going to win by every pregame. We went into games thinking, how much we going to win by today? Now, we didn't win every game, but that mentality was there of a winner, not of getting lessons in the other column.
JJ?
I think you just, like what Sterling just said, we expected to win.
Exactly.
And we played for each other. I mean, I don't know a lot of the guys there now, but just we enjoyed being around each other. It's just something that's, I'd like seeing these guys today. I mean, it's just something that you had, and we expected to win, and just we were going to win. I mean, whatever it took, and we were going to do it together.
Absolutely.
Coach Donnie, he come to me and say, I tell you what, Bradley, I don't know what kind of player you are, but a face like that will scare a lot of people. You playing. Hey, I don't know if you can play, but you're going to scare them up, boy. So we put you in. So that's how it happens.
Shazon Bradley.
Mike?
So I love these guys, but there's no similarities between them.
Notice how it goes from positive to down at my end over here.
And I mean, I hate to spin it this way, but think about it. When we didn't go to a bowl game, the years before they had been to a bowl game. They had won the Sugar Bowl a few years before. They had won an SEC championship a few years ago. Before. Now, the transition, first of all, there was a head coach who had been there a long time, and the staff had been fair. He shook the staff up big time.
Mid-season, that changed
he shook things up. But again, and you know, Sterling's right. We don't know what these players now are going to look like. But when you go down the line of what was there in 88 and 89, I mean, you got, I don't even know. I mean, we had probably 6 or 7 first-round draft picks that were there. I don't know if that's on the hill right now, but I think the encouraging thing is it's still Tennessee. They have good coaching. They have things in place, but it ain't going to flip the switch over 1 year, I'm afraid. I would love for them to get back to where we were and start that tradition. And I think that's something we're very proud of, is where we set the tone on that.
I spoke, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago on the show, I spoke to someone who played on last year's team just a couple of weeks ago, and he literally was sitting there having lunch. He said, did people not get that this is going to take more than 1 year for Jeremy Pruitt to build this back up? Now, this was someone who was on that team who saw they need more bodies. We got to have more guys. So that kind of fits with what you're saying. It's the mentality. You can instill that right now And I'm sure that's what they're looking for the scary faces. But the trick is, I don't know that you got the athletes at this point. Even the guys over there think we may need some more bodies.
Everybody was so unselfish and were willing to do whatever it took to win. And to this day, if you call a guy, any of these guys that we played with up, and you have trouble, they're going to fix it for you. Yeah. They're very unselfish, good people. Unbelievable. And they come from all over the world. You know, I never thought I'd like a guy from Jersey. He's a Yankee. I was loving him, but I love him. You know what I mean?
And it's funny you say that, Shazam, because we did what it took to win. And you know, and I'm going to speak from a person who was played the position that is in charge of the offense. You know, and I did my job the best I could, and I did a good job at it. I'm not here to say I'm not going to deny that. But it was a quarterback switch in the middle of the season. I didn't get upset about the team effort. As a player, I wanted to play, but that's what it took for our team to win. I have that same SEC championship that quarterback has, Andy Kelly, to this day. So, you know, you think about things and how deep we were deeper in camaraderie than we were on the team as far as bodies.
You know, and it's interesting. It's one of the fascinating things to watch how it plays out this year. Jeremy Pruitt said in the offseason that one of the things he regretted was he didn't do a good enough job of building relationships with his own players last year. So it will be interesting to see if he creates a little bit more camaraderie, a little bit more bond with his own guys out there in the roster. Again, as a first-year coach, I'm impressed with the fact that after 1 year, he's already realizing I needed to change this. That is a reason to feel pretty good about things moving forward.
Well, let's not forget, John P. He knows what it takes to win championships.
He's been around a few. All right. When we come back, another guy who was around a few championships, Phillip Fulmer's back as athletic director. No doubt that has calmed a lot of fans. I think that gave Jeremy Pruitt a good buffer last year during a disappointing opening campaign. But can Fulmer shield him if things go sideways this year? We'll discuss that with some of our VFLs next. Come on back on the Sports Source.